Time now to check out Honda's all-new sport touring machine, the ST1300. First introduced back in 1990 as an 1100, the ST was launched over 12 years ago as a motorcyclist's motorcycle, designed to deliver high-speed, long-distance travel in comfort. For 2003, Honda engineers decided the ST was looking a little long in the tooth, and a complete redesign was in order. To that end, the liquid-cooled 90-degree V4 engine received the full Monty, including fuel injection and an overall 16% bump in the displacement department. Still, this engine is more compact, a fact that allowed Honda to move the engine forward in its newer, lighter aluminum frame. Other refinements include new generation linked brakes with optional ABS, a larger fuel cell, and redesigned adjustable seat and windscreen, and a whole new instrument information center. Recently, I sampled the ST1300 along with veterinarian John Hancock, a motorcyclist who's been seriously thinking about parking an ST in his driveway.
So John, I know you're a big fan of this bike and you're actually considering purchasing one. Did it live up to your expectations? What were your first impressions?
Dave, this is a sweetheart of a bike. I'm very impressed with it. First, I was totally intimidated by the bike, but that only lasted for about 2 or 3 minutes. It's an extremely easy bike to ride. Definitely handles more like what I expected a sport bike to. So much more bike and more comfort though than what I would expect with a smaller sport bike, but definitely the name fits, a sport touring bike.
Well, you know, John, the ST's been around for a long time and Honda just keeps continuing to refine it. This year, an overall refinement, 1300 cc's, fuel injection, they've moved the motor forward. What did you think of the engine?
Just a great engine. This was a very responsive bike, accelerates well, extremely powerful for that those highway rides. It'd be a great bike for that purpose.
And they've also refined the braking system. They've got the linked braking system, but they've changed it somewhat. Not only does it go, it stops, right?
Exactly. I was very impressed. The braking system was tremendous for what appears like a big bike. Although it is a little lighter, this was a very responsive braking system. Worked extremely well, very sensitive, but yet controlled.
You mentioned lightness. They've changed the frame on this. They've got now this alloy frame, and they've shifted the weight around. They've forwarded the bias of the weight. How did you find the maneuverability?
It was great. This bike, intimidated me at first, and as I got going with it, within a few minutes, this was obviously a sport bike capabilities. Maneuvers extremely well, extremely light, not the heaviness that I have associated with the ST in the past.
What about the comfort? It's a pretty wide, generous saddle. The pegs are fairly close to you, though. What did you think about the riding position?
From a riding position, I couldn't imagine it being any better. It would be fun to play with the. I understand a 3-point adjustment in that seat to see whether you could even optimize it more than it was. But for myself, the peg position seemed to put my leg at a nice under me back position, a little more sporty, but yet not a cramped knee. Personally, I need to have a little bit of flexibility in my knee, and this seemed to fit the bill exactly what I think I would like. Definitely an impressive cockpit. There's a number of easily adjustable features. The gas unique feature here is telling you what distance you have left
to empty the tank.
To empty the tank, which would be a great feature on a trip.
Now, what did you think of the luggage system? It's pretty neat the way this works. Did you have a chance to have a look?
Well, I haven't looked at it in detail, but it's quite an interesting system with the detachable, large capacity, make it a touring bike. Great feature for that.
Definitely still a gentleman's express.
Definitely.
Thanks very much for joining us. Closer to your decision on whether to buy one or not?
Closer, yes.
Great. Thanks for joining us, John.
Thank you.